New details coming to light about the former Virginia state trooper accused in a deadly catfishing case. How did he get a spot on the force despite a 2016 incident involving violent threats and a psychiatric hold?
It's a question Ashley Hendricks is working to get answers on. She's in our First Alert Center now with an update for us. Ashley?
Yeah, Kurt McKee, experts tell me Edwards should have never been hired based on his history. But legally, in most cases, there is only one way for police agencies to know about incidents similar to what happened in 2016. The hiring process to become a law enforcement officer takes weeks of background checks and examinations, but experts say some things can slip through the cracks.
We review all types of records. We review credit. We review job references from other jobs. We also have our own series of very detailed personal history questionnaires. Before
Austin Lee Edwards graduated from the Virginia State Police Academy in January of this year, he reportedly had a troubled past that went unnoticed. Abingdon police say on February 8, 2016, Edwards made threats to kill himself and his father after using a kitchen knife to cut open his hand. That police report also says Edwards resisted police and EMTs for treatment, also threatening officers that night. The LA Times reports Edwards was taken to a psychiatric facility in Bristol, Virginia. No charges were ever filed, and Virginia State Police never knew of the incident.
There is no uniform standard in Virginia for a background investigation other than the most very basics, which is a criminal history background check, active warrant check, and reference checks.
Mike Jones has spent decades helping Virginia police agencies with background checks and security. He says medical history and records are off limits for police agencies, but applicants are asked to disclose of any health issues, including mental health.
In this case, psychiatric history was not revealed by the applicant, which in and of itself is a reason to disqualify the applicant immediately.
He says only 80% of state agencies conduct a psychological interview. VSP says a psychological interview is required for the hiring process, but Jones says the types of questions are critical.
I think a question that could be asked is, at any time did you engage in any activity which was threatening or otherwise harm other people? That's not asking about medical records, that's asking about your activity.
And in just the last hour, a spokesperson with VSP sent me a statement that says, in part, the department's administrative review is now complete and has revealed that human error resulted in an incomplete database query during Edwards' hiring process. Although we believe this to be an isolated incident, steps are currently underway to ensure the error is not repeated going forward. You can see more of that statement online at NBC12.com. On your side, Ashley Hendricks, NBC 12 News.
All right, thank you, Ashley.